This video brought to you by AwesomeCreatorAcademy.com, an online education platform for creative professionals and entrepreneurs who want to build their brands and grow their businesses. Don't forget to check out AwesomeCreatorAcademy.com. Hey everybody, this is Roberto Blake helping you create something awesome today. This is probably one of the more important videos I think I've ever done because I think it's going to help a lot of people in my audience. I've been reading your comments and there are a lot of people who right now are struggling a little bit financially or they need some extra money. So today I want to talk to you very candidly about some ways you can make money both online and offline, and this is important. I want you to put this into perspective that just getting an extra $30 or $50 a day, pretty much every single day, can actually make a real difference in your life. Some simple math means that if you're making an extra $50 a day, 30 days out of a month, then you've made an extra $1,500. That means that for the end of the year, you're gonna have over $15,000 extra, and you're not gonna get that on your tax return no matter what happens. You're not gonna get that from your boss as a raise or anything like that. This is something that is completely within your control and capability to do, and I'm gonna help you. One of the first and most important things I think you need to do to put this into perspective is to look at a skill that you have that allows you to deliver a result, something that is tangible in some way. If I were 15 or 16 years old, I would literally slap a flat rate to mowing lawns and to raking leaves, and I would build out these different services. And actually I did this as a kid. That's how I saved up for all my camera gear and my computer equipment as a kid. And even sometimes like when I was a young adult, 18, 19, I would still do this stuff, right? So the way that you do it is you figure out something that you can produce a result for that's tangible and figure out how long that takes you. And you figure out whether that's something that takes 15 minutes, 30 minutes, or an hour, and whether it's different things, okay? And you attach some kind of price to that, whether it's anything from $10 up to $100. You figure it out. A real world example of exactly how I did this was cutting out backgrounds from Photoshop for people. I would charge people about $10 to $20 depending on how complex something was just to cut out a photo from Photoshop because they couldn't do it. When I was in college, this is the skill set that I was known for. And later it would actually help me with landing, other jobs when I wanted to be a graphic designer, when I wanted to work in advertising. Like I took advantage of these skills among others. And I think that that's important. Building up your skills matters. And you may not have a technical skill like that, but you know what? There are resources, there are free tutorials right here on this YouTube channel that can teach you technical skills. It's not an accident that I have videos that I'm gonna link up in the playlist that are tutorials on software. You can learn anything from Photoshop stuff to video editing, even a little bit of audio, just any skill that I have, I've put out training on it here so that you guys can start using those skills to make money in the real world. But just doing cutouts in Photoshop for like $10, $20, you don't think you can make a lot of money doing that. But if it gets to the point to where your skill is so fast like mine to where you could do that in 15 or 20 minutes, then you're not charging by the hour all of a sudden. All of a sudden, you're making more money than you do at your day job per hour. And then it's just a matter of getting more of those gigs and more of those jobs. And so that's the kind of thing that I would do. And later I would go on to do things like design ebook covers for people who needed them, through freelance websites or through referrals, or I would, do ads or posters for people who are trying to put a project out or trying to sell their stuff online. There were a lot of people doing their e-commerce stores and they needed, web banners and graphics, and so I would do that stuff for them. When I learned coding and web design, when I was much younger, I was able to make a lot of money in the early days of, online business because, the local churches and small businesses, they didn't have anybody that was tech savvy at the time. It wasn't as common. And so I was the only game in town and it made a difference. If I were a better illustrator or artist, what I would be doing is I would be looking at the type of things that people spend money on when they're buying graphics. You have the whole generation of content creators now in social media and in platforms like YouTube and Instagram. In fact, I hired Zach Dines and Joshua Pomeroy based on the stuff that I saw them doing in social media, and they ended up working for me doing stuff, and they would spend maybe 45 minutes to an hour or so on doing a graphic for me, and then they would make real money, good money. And I've spent hundreds of dollars with these digital artists over the months because of the work that they put out, and they set a price point for it. So whatever their price was, I was like, okay, cool, that's reasonable, I can afford it, I'll pay it. And there are other people like me out there that will do the same. So for artists, a lot of you have an advantage. Getting somebody, you know, to do that, as long as you're putting the work out there, if they have money and they're like, I like your style, then that's something that can happen for you. Part of doing this is, besides putting yourself out there on social media, is you need a website and you need a way to capture money. One of the first things I would tell you is to build a website. I hooked up with my friends at Bluehost to get you guys a discount. I'm gonna link it up here. I'm gonna link it in the description. Yes, it's an affiliate link, but you guys are getting a massive discount because that's something that we were able to do to help you out if you just need to get started. Because with a website, it's a possibility that you can show more people your work. You have the social media profile and presence. Maybe you can get them to slide into your DMs. But you know what really helps? Having a buying button, especially if you have a product. If you have a product like a digital download, like I've been making digital downloads and courses and things like that on awesomecreatoracademy.com. I have these buying buttons that means that people can push a button, money is transacted, and then they get their product, or they've, you know, put themselves in the queue to get a service from me. In my case, it's consulting or coaching and things of that nature. There are other things that you could do or that you could provide. And I've seen people do this time and time again, whether that's selling merchandise. Here's another one you guys could do. You guys could go ahead and, just like I did, anybody can do this. You can go to Spreadshirt.com, Teespring.com. You can design and make your own t-shirts and posters and mugs. You can go to Redbubble.com. I'm gonna link this stuff in the description for you, designed by humans. You can go to all these print-on-demand sites and you can make, you know, t-shirts and merchandise and just cool stuff. And you don't need a big following. Some people just buy cool shirts and cool designs, you know? It's like nobody who's selling like t-shirts at Hot Topic, a lot of those things don't have a following, you know what I mean? So just like put it out there and you can make some money on it. If you're charging, you know, like maybe $20 for a shirt, then you get about, I think the margins or something, like you get like $5. And it doesn't sound like a lot, but if it adds up and if you're doing like, you know, 20 or 30 sales a month, it's an extra $150 you just didn't have. And if you do that every single month, it's another extra $1,000 at the end of the year. And the best part is, I mean, if you got like a shirt press, there are people who do that and they buy their t-shirts in bulk, but you'd have to spend money up front to do that. If you just go to these print-on-demand sites, you don't have to spend money up front. So that's something you can jump into right away, and at least you have the option, the possibility of making money. I want you to start thinking of these like gumball machines and vending machines. If they're there, people can just put their money in, get something they want, and you've done a transaction. That's a lot more practical in some cases than the things that you go out and try to do every day and it's hit or miss. I want you to do both. I want you to build passive income in the form of products, and I want you to really think about easy to deliver on services that you can do, and start modestly if you have to. You don't necessarily have to build a full-on business online or offline if you don't want to, but you should really be thinking about a side hustle or a few things that you could do that produce multiple streams of income for you, so that you have something extra, or so that you can make a change in your life, or so you can invest that money back into yourself. And there are several ways that you can acquire these skills. I've got tutorials here on the YouTube channel. You know, I'm linking those in the info card. I'm linking those in the description for you. You know, there should be stuff, right, you know, like over on the sidebar for you from me. There's so many people that are teaching you skills. And the thing is, if you want, I also have another great offer for you guys from my friends at SKILLSHARE. Yes, it's another affiliate link, but you get 2 months of SKILLSHARE Premium, and guess what? You could just cancel after you get your 2 months. You can learn a skill in 30 days, you can learn a skill in 60 days, and then if you think it's worthwhile, keep paying for it, keep getting new skills. If not, you have a skill now that can help you make a little bit of extra money from people who want to hire you, or maybe you have a skill that will let you build something digitally and start selling it. The reason I wanted to do this video, and the reason I'm so passionate and so hyped about this, is because I know that this can make a real difference for a lot of you, because I've seen it with my own eyes. I've experienced it, and it's also something that with people I hire, that's how I ended up hiring them, and they ended up making money, is they had a skill that I wanted, or they were able to deliver on a product for me, and they put themselves in a position where I could buy from them, and where I know who they are, and I can decide that I like what they do, do and I can pay them money. And I think more of you could put yourself in that position. I think more of you could develop a skill that results in a product or service that really makes you extra money. And like I said, there are a couple of things you need to do first. If you don't have PayPal, Stripe, and Venmo, I would set that up today. I would set up a PayPal account, a Stripe account, and a Venmo account so that you always have a way to capture money. You need to set up a basic website. Our friends at Bluehost have a discount for you. I'm linking that up both here in the info card and the description. Get that discount. It's gonna really help you out. Go to robertoblake.com/Bluehost and you will be able to take advantage of that. And I think that if you have this website that shows your body of work or shows the products and service that you offer, and you can just use like a simple WordPress website. I'm gonna put together a tutorial for you guys that want to use WordPress, or you can use their website builder, or you could do anything else you want. You could code it yourself if you want. Like, I think that if you can do that, then you will have a better shot of people saying, hey, I found this person in a Google search, or oh, they promoted their website in Facebook or Twitter. Okay, great, I'm gonna go buy for them. Heck, you could build a website and then you could do like $20 in Facebook or Instagram ads. And then maybe that's how you get traffic if people aren't finding you in search. You know, advertising works. We pay for ads for a reason. It does drive traffic, and so maybe you can convert some of that to sales. If you do quality blog content with that website, then maybe other people can find you when you're sharing that in social media. So these are some things that I just think can help you start making money right away. And there are other ways to monetize a website and a blog. I'll talk about that in a whole other video. Question of the day, what is a skill that you've used to make money before if you have? And if not, what's a skill that you want to learn so that I can make tutorials or training videos around those skills that you guys want to learn? Let me know in the comment section. Like this video if you like it, don't forget to subscribe. Check out the other awesome stuff on the channel. As always, you guys, thanks so very much for watching, and don't forget, create something awesome today. It can make you a few extra bucks. Take care.